So what's the brief recap for the benefit of the recording?
Recap White Bush.
So you know that that place that we found the session before last with the sarcophagus and like the moon dial and stuff.
Yeah, the totally not out of Skyrim place.
Yeah. We found the moose there. There's also like a totally magic mirror that we don't know what's going on. There's something to do with there's doors inside that open somehow to do with the moon dial, and the pillars by the sarcophagus have a bunch of icons next to them, and stuff, which is a pine cone, a feather, humanoid hand, a stick, and fire, which we figured out that you all had to burn in the gazebo in the fire. It has to be a real humanoid hand.
Which the fire consumes, by the way.
Okay.
Yes.
So who volunteered their hand?
Garvek did for a split second, and then he pussied out.
Okay.
He went further than I would have, so.
And I think
yeah.
Aethela came close to volunteering her hands, right?
Yeah, totally. But
But then we
Athela's not
realised that you're
humanoid,
not a
though.
humanoid, yeah.
Yes.
So we went back to Nimsy to tell her with the head of the moose that it's that we killed it, and she gave us the ramshackle, which is where we are currently.
Okay.
And Vaden has just noticed we've got our first guests.
Are they friendly guests?
I don't know. Roll initiative and find out.
Also, I think I do need to level up for 3 because it's still saying level 2. And also, I need to pick a primal path and all that jazz.
Oh, that's why I didn't do it for you.
Yes.
I'll be alright for this combat. Do this combat and then we'll level you up. You'll be alright.
It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, Athela almost died as well fighting the moose.
Yeah, like very almost died.
Yes. I saw that screenshot of the double nat 20s that the moose got.
Yeah.
Yes,
Was...
and then afterwards, Athela decided to do a brave Sir Robin.
Which
That was theoretically all Phoenix's fault.
Probably what I would have done.
Yeah, but I didn't want to kill off Athela without Pointy being here.
That would just be rude.
If Athela was going to die, it would be like by Pointy's hand and not by mine. So that's why Athela ran away.
I know.
No,
I just
be
like to get a heads
conservative.
up when I waste and cure wounds. Then
Sweet. Fuck. Nice roll.
That's right.
This was her room, right?
No, we just threw her in a room because she didn't decide one because Pointy wasn't here.
Yeah, I was joking.
Why did I do that?
No idea.
Oh, that's right. I accidentally pulled off my 1 key and I was putting it back on. It's under 1.
Well, I'm gonna
accidentally pull off a 1 key.
I'm gonna give a surprise round for this, mostly for dramatic effect, and poor little Garvek has no idea what's in for him. So
yeah, I'll make our way over to the door to open it for our first guests.
Mm-hmm.
Athela's waking up
I assume is
with one hell of a
locked and
hangover. Can't remember anything that happened in the last however long.
I don't remember anyone saying the door was locked or barred.
Oh, here we go.
You specifically didn't say.
It would be common sense to lock the door when we sleep in here. To bar it, however.
I don't know. I mean, Matt was going about with the key and saying, "Oh, I want to unlock this. I want to lock this." Not once did he mention this door.
All right,
no,
then.
that was because the doors were just locking and unlocking themselves.
That's not a good DM laugh.
It's fine.
Is it? Though?
Okay, let's just go. Come on.
So yeah. Oh, cool. There's a 19 strength check. How about that? So The door breaks open, and Garvik, you're getting pounced on.
Snuggles.
And then I have to do a.
Look at the fucking size of it.
Yep.
Cool.
Go for and bite. It's 15 hit.
Nope.
Ooh, nice. And here's what you would have won.
Dead. No, not quite, actually. Level 3. Yeah.
Ooh, well, because of that, your shield sort of rebuffs it enough that it can't seem to knock you down either.
That was me trying to roll for hit points.
Ella.
Yay! I get 6 whole hit points. Right, I'm hearing some kind of ruckus coming from the next room.
That'd be fair. It may have been like a roar of a tiger of some sort.
So she's gonna come. What's the main room? Whichever direction over there.
Over
Okay.
there. Yeah.
How much movement?
More
I've got.
specifically, right fucking here.
Have I got enough movement to?
So if you drag it and then right click, you can go around corners and stuff.
I think that'll be my full movement. Screw it, let's just do a double movement. I'm grumpy, I want to see what's going on. So she comes stomping in, she's like, what the hell's all this ruckus? I'm tired. I need my beauty sleep. Whoa, what the hell is that thing doing in here?
It's
About
morning, isn't it?
lunchtime?
Oh,
It was. Yeah, you
Yeah, we got
guys
in
like
quite late.
yeah, you got in late and then did a long rest, so it would be about lunchtime at this point.
okay.
So,
that's true,
Ethella,
yeah.
there is a rather large and quite fluffy, but in a deadly sort of way, snow leopard.
Is it nice and friendly looking?
No.
Okay. Well, that seems like a problem then, doesn't it?
It might do, yeah.
Well, I've double moved, but I can still bonus action something? What can I do? Rage, I guess? I don't know if there's anything else it can do right now.
No, I mean this would be a good chance to like activate it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will ping off my rage.
You say I heard something leap on the roof, Phil?
Yeah, you did. Separately to this.
Yeah, I thought so.
So Garvik, you swear the snow leopard licks its lips at you, and it says, "Ravson sends her regards, little dragon man."
I lick my lips back
Nice.
seductively.
It's one of those sessions then. That's 7.
A 7 does not hit.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Tobias.
So very shortly during this period, or at the start of this period, Tobias has gotten up and he's coming out of his door and out of his room, rubbing the sleep out of his eyes, and then the leopard comes through the door. So he's rather startled and taken aback. So I don't think there's any point in doing anything snazzy, so I'm just going to do a good old Eldritch Blast.
Was good.
I think create bonfire would be rather a bad idea.
Counterproductive, you might say.
Oh shit! Is that the leopard with 21 initiative? Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna change instead. I'm gonna try and use Tasha's hideous laughter on the leopard.
Ah,
Interesting. Chuck it and
what do
try
you
it.
say? Great minds.
Very good. It would work in these. Okay. What's the save?
Be bottom left of your sheet.
DC 13. It passes.
Fuck. Cool. How effective? That's my turn.
You're supposed to tell a joke.
Oh shit! It's my dragon's turn. $15. Oh, it's bloody tiny.
No, it's got a fly speed, dude.
Can it attack? It can't attack while it's flying, though, can it?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
My mistake. And then it will fly out and attack.
And this is your bonus action. Sixteen hits. Roll damage. Ooh, nice. Nat 1 in the paralysis save.
Oh shit!
Oof.
So it's unconscious now, isn't it?
It is completely unconscious, yes. What's the
Excellent.
damage in this thing, by the way? Oh,
Uh,
there it is.
3.
Yeah.
I accidentally clicked it again.
I'll explain it. He's there.
Garvek starts singing Soft Kitty, but seems to think that it works.
Yeah, you see a pocket-sized dragon zip down the corridor and smack this thing in the side of the neck with its tail, and you best believe the snow leopard falls over like a sack of shit.
It's been
Where the fuck did that come from?
As soon as I heard that something on the roof. Can I look up through one of the holes in the roof?
Yeah, roll perception.
Would this be like my action?
No.
Cool. Fuck's sake!
Yeah, if there was something you can't tell.
Fuck it, attacking the leopard.
But I don't wake it back up again.
Jesus Christ!
That's
Does it have
still a hit.
advantage?
Roll damage.
Does it have advantage because it's paralyzed?
I think so,
Disadvantage
'cause
because it's prone.
Yeah, disadvantage because it's prone technically.
Fuck's sake! Ah. I didn't come up with like an advantage disadvantage. Do you want me to roll again then?
Yeah.
There
It's
you
a hit
go.
either way.
12 then.
Roll damage.
Isn't it neutral, by the way? The because it's advantage for being unconscious, right?
It's a good point. Yeah, I suppose. It bounces out, doesn't it? Yeah, either way, it's a hit. In this case. Let me just double check the things of. until it takes damage. There we go. It's back awake again.
Might be.
Anytime you hit a creature that is unconscious within 5 feet of it, so with a melee attack, if you're within 5 feet, it's an auto crit.
Yeah. But paralyze doesn't like specifically say that it falls prone. I don't think.
Unconscious is it was a nat 1.
It's incapacitated, not unconscious.
If saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target falls unconscious for the same duration.
Oh, right, okay then.
Still poisoned, right?
Logically, I suppose it would be, yeah. So it has disadvantage in attack rolls and checks.
Okay, I'll yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hop over the bar and end my turn.
I'm going to open the door. Ah, yes. Now I can actually see what's going on. That's the movement I can do. 1 second. Actually see if the spell can hit or probably. So I will use produced flame on it then. Yeah, that should work.
Makes sense. That's it. Roll damage.
Okay. And I will take a good look at it, and that will be the end of my turn.
Go ahead. Garbeck.
It's already prone.
Yep.
Okay, try this out.
Ooh.
So,
Oof. That's a 5. Roll damage.
nope.
9 damage. Phil saves that, and I can't make a reaction next turn. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So, doop.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Well, that's okay then, because guess where I put the thing?
You fuck.
Genuinely, I would take a screenshot. It's been there the entire time. So one of the many small holes in the roof suddenly becomes a bigger hole in the roof, and another snow leopard jumps down into the room. This one seems a little bit bigger.
Oh, for fuck.
Damn, it is one of those nights. That's an 8.
Nice.
Fella.
Right, this is...
A large kitty has just appeared behind you.
Yeah, I know we didn't properly level up, but it's sort of down on my sheet. But yeah, Path of the Storm Herald is what we wanted to do, and that actually comes with an effect that I can use. If I can... I think, but basically, I can, as a bonus action, use Storm Aura. And where are we? Your aura has an effect that activates when you enter your rage, and you can activate the effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. Choose Desert, Sea, or Tundra. Obviously, I'm going to go with Sea, and then the effect is for Sea is I can choose one other creature I can see in my aura. Target must make a dexterity saving throw. The target takes 1d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So obviously I'm going to do that to the giant angry kitty that's landed right next to me.
Cool. So DC is 8 plus proficiency plus con.
So that'll be 8 plus 6 is 14. DC 14.
Oh no, your ability modifier is 2. That's your con save that you're looking at.
Oh, yep, so it is. So 12 then.
DC 12 con save, right?
Yes. And it's going to take 1 damage if it succeeds.
It's taking 1 damage.
Okay, but I get to do this every turn, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I could add up, yeah.
And then I'm just going to whack it with a regular rage attack. I think it's still plus 2 damage. So hand axe, but because I've used the zappy bonus action, I guess I can't use my offhand.
That'd be correct.
Yes. Oh.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay. That's 12 damage. Well, 13 total, plus the zap. Does its hair stand on end?
Difficult to tell. It's got one of those like winter coats, so there's all the little fine hairs, and then there's the big matted fluff, so difficult to tell.
Alright, that's my turn then.
Cool. So if I'm right, this thing gets to move, attack, or bonus action, and it's one of the 3.
Yep.
That's only in this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, well, it's going to attack, and there's only one thing in range.
Yeah, brilliant.
Isn't it still prone though?
Okay, it picks itself up for half its movement.
But then
And
it's
it can't
moved, right?
attack.
That's not a move, though.
It's half its movement.
It uses half its movement, but it's
It's
not.
using its movement.
You can still attack whilst prone, by the way.
Yeah, it's just disadvantage. Second level spells, man.
Honestly, second level spells are the best.
I debate that counts as moving.
It can use an attack, bonus action, or movement.
It gets a move, implying that it's moving from point A to point B. Not standing, which costs half your movement, but isn't actually moving. Whatever, we'll go for the disadvantage attack. Good news, Skill Slim. It's a 13. It's a 12 even, and it hit a 13 to hit.
Good.
So your zippy doodah pseudo dragon lives another day. Tobias. And to be fair, it's because you're tome lock, the piss easy to resummon. Or a chain lock even. Here you go.
There's a half orc in my way now. I'm kind of stuck here, aren't I? I mean, I can't move.
No, you can move through. You can move through friendlies.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, I would be stuck in my room.
Five and then 30. Okay, so the thing is poisoned for an hour, so I don't have to worry too much about it. At least I don't. So I'll just Eldritch Blast this top leopard up here. That's it. Cool. And the dragon's gonna... Should I disengage or attack? I think he's gonna disengage.
Probably wise.
Okay, well, he's gonna bugger off up here somewhere. Cool.
Might I ask, do these kitties look fluffy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not. Well, they're winter coats. Arctic beast, Arctic beast, all that sort of shit. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna. Surprised by the one dropping down. Well, not so surprised by the one dropping down from the ceiling. More annoyed is attacking my brother. I will switch targets and attack the one that's just dropped down. And as soon as they speak, Vanna will say, "Looks like the first of our furnishings are here."
That is definitely a hit.
9 damage. And just for that, I'm going to action surge and do it again.
Cool. That is definitely not a hit.
Bitch. Okay. In my turn.
Fuck it. I'll move to there. The game lets me. Oh, wait a second. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Bonus action, wild shape.
Can you wild shape into a snow leopard?
Can I? Technically,
Yeah.
I've seen them now.
Yeah, you can transfer into a snow leopard.
Fuck it. Then let's make our problems even bigger, and let's make it 3 snow leopards.
I was going to say, the snow leopard you can transform. It's not there.
No.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. And I'll make let's do a bite attack on that one.
Was good.
Oh fuck! It's still prone, right?
Yeah.
Then I have to figure out how to quickly roll with advantage.
See little dice at the site with the plus modifier thing beside them. Right click the top one there. Yeah. That's not a hit.
Nope. Well, at least that's the end of my turn.
Cool.
That me then. Wow, there's a lot of snow leopards. I thought I spotted a leopard once, but turns out they're just born like that. And I cast Hideous Laughter.
You specifically looked up leopard jokes, didn't you?
Maybe.
That's a 10. The leopard starts laughing hilariously. It's a weird noise.
Could you like try and like interpret it?
Not really, to be honest. So it's already using its leopardy vocal cords to speak common, and now it's laughing. So, yeah.
I would have thought it'd be like the one from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't remember his name. Is it like Shere Khan?
I was going to say Shere Khan, but that's the tiger, isn't it?
Yeah, same thing.
Yes.
Basically.
What the fuck was the panther called again?
Oh.
Bagheera.
That's the one.
That's the one, yes.
Yeah. Panthers are actually a lot more stealthy than like jaguars and leopards.
But they're the same thing.
They're never spotted.
For fuck's sake.
What was that anti-inspiration thing we discussed last week?
I don't know, what was it? Disadvantage on your next roll or something?
Kind of everybody roll a charisma save. Right, okay.
Just getting Benny level bad.
You know, jaguars have the jaw muscles to crush a man's skull. They're kind of
There's
scary.
that gif of a jaguar hunting a crocodile. Just chopped straight through its skull.
Now I know why they're so strong in Age of Empires.
Oh, sorry, that is my turn. I meant to click along.
End of each of its turns. Great. Anytime it takes damage. Okay. I mean, that's it. Basically skipped over then. Wisdom save on a fucking leopard.
There it is.
That's a pass. Thank fuck. Ellie.
It's prone.
Which one? The
Yes.
one I'm next to?
Yeah.
In which case, I think I'll just go over it both. Go after it with both axes then. Well, my offhand axe thing has disappeared. I don't know why.
That's it.
12 damage. Shall I just roll the same again? I can't remember. Do I not? There's some bonus I don't get for the bonus attack.
You don't add your strength modifier, I don't think. Or is it proficiency bonus? One of them.
I don't know. It was set up and then it's disappeared from my sheet for some reason.
That's odd. It was there last week.
Yeah.
Well, if it's minus strength, then it'll be -5, and if it's minus proficiency, it'll only be -2.
Hold on, give me a second. Actions. 2-weapon fighting. You don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack.
So it would be
Unless
minus.
it's negative.
It would be less the strength ability modifier then. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I still hit.
Will that be -5 to that?
-5, yeah.
Oh, -5 plus. So -3. So that'll be 8 damage that time.
Why? Oh, for
Yeah, -5,
Yeah.
but +2. And I guess that's my turn. How's it looking after I've chunked 20 hit points off it? Or 18 hit points. No, yeah, 20 hit points.
It is not looking very good at all.
Okay.
This one here is going to try and
Wait, oh my god, there's a third snow leopard. We must kill that one as well.
Does it stand up first, Phil?
nope, and that's why it rolled a 6.
Okay.
Twice.
Cliche question, but how red is this top snow leopard looking?
Like it's about to fall over.
Okay. I'll just be boring and I'll just blast it.
Fair enough.
Roll tonight on
Roll damage.
Ugh.
And that's enough.
Ooh, okay. Dragon's going to yeet over here. And he's going to swipe at the remaining snow leopard.
Right. That's a hit.
Oh!
That should have been disadvantage. Fails save. Yeah, Pseudo Dragon gets another good hit in, and this thing falls on its ass again.
Anybody take any damage?
You right.
I'd just like to say Tobias at this point, just snap his fingers, point at Vaden and say, "Don't wake it up again." We now have something to interrogate.
Okay. If you did, I hear now we have something to interrogate
Sure.
as well. Yeah. Okay.
Could we tie this thing up?
So I was considering.
Sure, you probably could. I mean, it's out for full R, so.
Valen's gonna put away his bow and hop the bar once more, and
Have we got any catnip back there? That might loosen its tongue.
Does Garvek have any idea what catnip is?
Garvek probably deals catnip. Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Are we still in combat, considering we're not fighting anything, really?
Call it suspended combat unless somebody fucks up.
Okay.
All right, Tobias will call out to the party and ask, do we have any rope?
I should do.
We need to tie its limbs.
I think I do.
Why the fuck was my turn to skip?
Because suspended combat.
Can I smell for any other snow leopards?
Oh, roll perception. With advantage, I believe.
Yes. He has advantage on sniffing.
Ethel's going to cancel her rage and go and get some rope then.
Vaden's got some rope on him and is going to start tying up the snow leopard.
Well, I guess I will assist.
You're fairly confident there aren't any more creatures in the area.
Okay. Then I will keep sitting next to the other snow leopard, I suppose.
So, what kind of condition is the dead one in? Will it make a nice rug?
Yes, it probably will.
Hopefully the Eldritch Blast didn't singe it too much.
No, but there's a butcher's.
So do we need to roll anything for tying the knocked out one up?
Someone roll me a dexterity check or sleight of hand?
Do you want me to do that?
Well, if you do that, and then I can assist.
Yeah. I don't think it matters, but here's sleight of hand with advantage. Natural 20.
And a 19, just to emphasise.
Very nice.
Yeah,
you get tied up nice and clean.
Cool. As soon as that's done, he'll leave the interrogating to Tobias. He's going to start skinning the other snow leopard.
Sure.
Just out of mild interest, Phil, what's the state of the door in? Is it completely buggered or is it still closable?
Knocked in, but closable. If you prop something up against it, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's still on its hinges.
You can bodge it close.
Easily, yeah.
Have you got woodworking tools?
Do.
I
don't have proficiency with them, but I do have them.
I'll transform to an actual half-orc.
Has Runok started skinning yet?
Vaden, you mean?
Oh, Vaden, sorry.
He's going to prepare stuff too.
Okay. Ethel's going to kind of shout over to him. You're probably better doing that outside. The blood will soak into the floorboards otherwise. Although
But that's the point of the rug. We cover the stain up.
I was just about to say that.
Good point. Vaden's just going to drag the snow leopard outside then.
Garvik looks at the state of the floorboards.
Oh yeah, they're probably in a shit state anyway.
Okay. So I guess at this point, Tobias would point at Athela. Can't move things. Too many buttons. And Runnock. I've not had many encounters with Roanoke. I keep forgetting his name. I guess we would point at both of those and ask, "Are you ready?" I'm going to start asking it some questions.
Just give me a nod if you want me to kick it a little.
I'm interested in what it will have to say.
Yes. So keeping a distance, Tobias is going to try and prod the snow leopard awake with like the shaft of his spear. Not like stab it, but like poke it with the wooden bit.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll have
Poke it with the front end.
And basically, unless it gets to like a nat 20, it's not breaking out. And I'll public roll all of them. So you know there's no bullshit.
How common are spray bottles in 10 towns? No, stop.
Oh god.
Stop it.
Sure, there's a cantrip for that.
Acid splash.
I could give it a little
maybe
storm
shape
aura
water.
zap. Very little one, apparently.
Poison spray, maybe? Isn't there shape water or something? That's a cleric cantrip, isn't it?
Is the leopard awake, by the way?
Yes. Ooh. I think that's fun. So yeah, it literally is going to need a nat 20 to break out of this to match the sleight of hand check that bound it up in the first place. I'm just going to periodically have it roll.
What? Wait, what? What's going on?
Oh no, I'm going to give it a chance to break out, but it literally needs a nat 20. So
okay, yeah,
I like your chances.
Ethel's going to just basically stand with Araxes over it, like literally hovering over it. If you attempt to escape, I will chop you, kind of way.
Giving it's just sort of glaring at you all, giving that sort of very low back of the throat growl.
Okay, Tobias is going to speak to it and say, "You'll answer our questions, or you'll end up like your friend back there," gesturing back to him as Vaden is skinning the carcass, and you'll just end up in a marketplace as someone's rug. Do you understand?
I was going to wear that one.
It just keeps growling at you.
Ethella prods it with an axe and says, "We know you can talk."
I was going to try and have it intimidated by like gesturing to Othello, just to put a sword on its throat or an axe on its throat.
I do have intimidation.
Give it a roll, I suppose. See what happens.
It's not great, but it's there as a proficiency.
You don't really seem to move it very much. It doesn't seem to make any real difference to its attitude.
I guess Tobias will ask. May as well just start asking questions then. First, he'll ask, "What does Ravison know of us?"
That you've meddled with her affairs and killed the moose.
Yeah, well, it was
self-defense.
trying very hard to kill us. It damn near succeeded in my case. Allegedly.
This is an ambitious question, but I'll ask it regardless. Where is Ravison?
It sort of growls a bit more and then just says, "And why should I tell you?"
We want to return his regards.
Is your life worth so little to you, cat?
Tobias is going to be shaking his head and say, "You're not in a position to bargain." You should tell us because your life depends on it. How about that?
Well, you've already killed my mate and are currently skinning him alive, so I don't see what more you could do to me, or what more Ravison could do to me either.
Wait, is it alive?
This one? Yeah. No, as
this
in,
one.
no, of course not. It's dead.
Well, you said you're skinning him alive. I'm not skinning him alive. That's fucking diabolical.
No. Didn't say that?
Yeah, you said you're currently skinning him alive.
Yeah, you kind of did. I guess you didn't mean to.
Brain fart? No.
Tobias would respond, "Well, look at it this way. If the tables were turned, you would currently be eating us and you would slay us without question. Isn't that right?"
As ordered, yes.
Garva could be like gesturing to Tobias and like point, like give like a shushing motion. It is. Do kobolds have lips?
Yes.
Sure.
Why
Pet
not?
his lips and like tap his head, trying to gesture to him to speak, like telepathically, because you could.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
And the thing on the lake wanted to keep its sentience. It was really keen to do that. So if it's been granted sentience, it might have the same attitude. So it might not want to actually throw its life away. If it's only just come to sentience. So maybe use that.
Okay, yeah. So Tobias will begin speaking telepathically with the leopard instead. And he'll say telepathically, "It's now just you and us talking. You can admit anything to me in private in case you're worried about anything or anyone hearing you. We've encountered similar creatures to you that have been awakened previously by Ravison. Are you intimidated by Ravison? Has he threatened to remove your awakening?"
The sort of throat growling continues, but you do get a mental send back, which basically says, Ravison gave us more intelligence to hunt and the freedom to do so. We didn't need threats to side with her.
This is out loud or
Telepathically. As far as you guys are concerned, the thing's still growling.
Okay, Tobias would ask, "Well, if you are free, then why must you obey Ravison's orders?"
She granted us these gifts in the first place.
You needn't obey. You have free will.
Well, yes, but if her goals are beneficial to us, why would we question them?
Sell the cat on capitalism.
Well, you would disobey them because At this point, he would gesture back to his friend, which is still being skinned, because they're not in your best interests.
We hunt, she gives us hunts. Although, not anymore.
Is it still telepathically?
Yep.
Yeah, Tobias continues. Well, how about we strike up a deal? Tobias will be trying to persuade her. Is it a boy or a girl? Can I tell?
This is a smaller one. It's the girl.
Okay. So Tobias will try and strike up a deal with her. How about this? You tell us where Ravison is, and perhaps anything else that's relevant that we should know, and we'll let you go, and you can hunt whatever you want, whenever you want, without worry of repercussions from Ravison or bother from anyone who's angry at you as a consequence. How about that?
Can I have a persuasion check, please?
Yes. I am absolutely rolling lucky.
What is with our rolls tonight?
They're unusual.
Mm.
Is there by the way, is its escape attempts visible? Like, is it squirming around and trying to get out?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't see the rolls.
You can see the dice, but it's not showing on the
It should be 9.
the tracker.
Yeah, there we go. Oh no.
There.
No.
Yeah, the latest one has.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're really not giving it the right argument. Like it was enjoying life because it was only better at what it already enjoyed because of the intelligence Ravison gave it. Likewise, she essentially resurrected the snow leopard but the pair of them essentially, and they're mates and partners and all that sort of shit. So you're literally skinning its mate alive.
It's not alive.
Sorry, I keep saying that. You're skinning its mate, and what? Like, it doesn't really care if it dies at this point, bluntly. It's the point of awakening is it gets human level sentience, and you've functionally taken away all the things it gives a shit about. Because of its greater intelligence, you're not going to be able to persuade it with that argument, essentially.
Could be interested in some good old-fashioned kobold home cooking. Give it a taste of the good life.
Home cooked snow leopard.
I mean, I'm sure that we can cook it.
I have an idea. I'm going to communicate telepathically to Garvek at this point. And he'll say, it clearly doesn't want to. Oh, God, no one would really know other than Tobias, because we're speaking like one-on-one. So Tobias would tell Garvek, it's not interested in anything I say, but I could magically suggest it to lead us to Ravison, for example. What do you think?
That's what magic's for. I mean, if it's not going to give the information willingly, then, we can't leave a, intelligent snow leopard that's willing to burst into an inn and attack the inhabitants go free. So,
okay, magical suggestion it is. I'm trying to think of the exact phrasing that will make it work.
what are the parameters?
Should I just put it in chat?
Yeah, feel free.
I'm not casting this, but there it is. Well, not casting it yet, at least.
Just
I mean, I can see that working for a few things.
Yeah.
For a few suggestions.
lead us to Ravison, and we'll let you go. Would probably work. It sounds reasonable.
I wish I were a lawyer, because then I could create some ironclad wording that inescapable. But the problem is, it might not know where Ravison actually is. Like, it might have just encountered Ravison in the wild, and then that's it can't fulfill the suggestion.
Tell us everywhere you've seen Ravison, or just a flat answer our questions, truthfully.
It says a course of action.
Yeah, I wouldn't say answer our questions as a course of action in this context.
Seems very singular. How about you will take us to where you encountered Ravison?
But we just straight tell it to take us to Ravison.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work,
then we just take a rest, and then I get this back. It's worth a try, at least. I mean, we're not losing anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to cast suggestion. And the phrasing Tobias will use is, you will take us to Ravison, or where you encountered Ravison last.
Okay. Have you consumed the spell slot?
Yep, I'll just cast it again. There we go. Done.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Ooh! It fails.
It fails indeed.
Tobias is going to gesture to Othello. Untie it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's if say you know the magic sort of takes hold as it sort of seems to persist in the leopard. Actually, that should actually be with disadvantage as well because it's still poisoned. Okay. Untying it?
Darvik's readying a firebolt if it looks hostile
Is Pointy here?
any of us.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah. Tobias asked Athela to untie the leopard.
Oh, right, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I
okay.
will cut its bonds then with my axe. Carefully.
Okay. Cool.
Roll initiative.
No, I'm happy enough for that. So yeah, I was going to say that you did lock the doors, so it sort of walks up to the doors because they open inward, of course. So
Did we lock the doors?
We
yeah, you
close
close them again. Okay, mage handing the doors open then.
Bring the key back.
Starts walking off.
Cool. Tobias and his dragon
Yes.
will follow. Well, this was easy,
Yes,
wasn't
Vaden will follow. Midway through skinning the.
Should just do mind
Other
control like first.
So, it leads us back into the forest. It's quite a direct route.
Is it a great
Moving on
voyage
around-
for everyone else?
Sorry?
I can't see anything. I've just got grey.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
Yeah.
hang on there. It's prelude being stupid. Hang on. That's right. No, that. So, you travel on for about 3 hours this time. You seem to take like a very direct route, and none of you see it coming, other than Athela, of course. And you end up back. That's the Elven Tomb.
Ah.
Outwards. Do that instead.
What is that? Sounds like a open fire in a helicopter.
Weird.
How do you know what that sounds like?
Why is there a note that says twig? And
Twig,
pine
pine
cone.
cone, flame, feather.
I think
humanoid.
Pointy and I can see everything, Phil.
I can only see as far as twig.
Oh, okay.
I can't see everything though.
I can see everything, yeah.
What, in or here?
Oh,
I'm not. I don't see anyone's tokens.
yeah.
I can see everyone's tokens, but I can also see the entire map.
I can see part of the map, and then there's a big black part down in the bottom
Yeah,
right
I've
hand
got.
corner.
Oh, here.
I think that's what it's supposed to be like.
But I can't see any tokens.
I've
I'm the
just
same as
I've
Pointy.
just reloaded, so try that.
Okay.
Let's see.
Because when I look at your tokens, everything looks right to me. Like you see what you should see. Everything.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to rejoin.
Yeah, no.
There we go.
Okay, I can see it. I can see what I'm supposed to see, I believe. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, leopard keeps on walking.
Follow, I guess.
I can't see the leopard.
It's moved towards the dial. I bet it's going towards the mirror.
Of course.
Oh, hello, Moose.
Yep. Headless moose.
Yeah, I can't see the leopard.
It's right here.
It's right next to you.
Oh,
Right,
there
I'm
it
back
is.
in and standing all by myself, apparently.
We're at the dial.
You don't know where that is.
He doesn't know where that is.
Okay, big center thing.
Okay.
Yep. We're in the room. Can we? No, it doesn't matter. If the moose is here, it's here.
Oh, right, yeah, you took it back, of course. Sorry.
Just the head.
Well, we took his head.
And we ate part of it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Wait, there was moose burgers
that-
and you didn't tell me?
Yeah, that was a moose steak.
Yes.
Double negative inspirations is a thing, right?
Yeah. Spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do. Cool. At this point, the leopard snaps out of it.
God damn it.
Are we? Can I talk to it?
You can talk to it.
Okay. So yeah, Tabas will speak.
It seems
Telepath.
angry.
Okay, Tabas will speak telepathically, and it'll say, "As far as I'm concerned, we're equal. You're free to go, and we have no intention of chasing you or killing you. You're free."
You swear it's actually snarling when it's telling you this mentally. It says, "You tricked me, and you killed my mate. I don't care for the freedom. Roll initiative, please."
Yay!
Cool.
I like
Tell
these
her.
chances.
A big snow leopard starts snarling and growling. What do?
I'm going to sigh and bonk it on the head.
Bonk it in the head. That's a hit.
Right, no rage, so that's only 6. And then offhand is, what was it, -5? Yeah, it was -5, wasn't it?
Off to horny jail it goes.
Both pass. Yeah. Bella bonks it in the head, and it dies.
She just,
It's unfortunate, really.
she seems quite matter of fact about it.
Well, that's convenient enough because you're back at the moon dial. And the tomb. What's the plan, guys?
Oh, we may as well use Moonbeam on the doors, right? While we're here.
Also, we have a nice second leopard pelt. Potentially.
Wait, you want to use it on the doors or on the dial?
On the, I thought we were going to do it on the dial to make it point at the correct symbols.
Yeah, that's fine.
And see
I
if
can
it
do that.
unlocks the doors.
Yeah, I can do that. So I suppose all shall go outside then.
Mhm.
Which one do you want to do first? That door
Do
or
we,
that door or
neither of
whatever?
the doors match up with the dials exactly, do they?
No,
That,
I mean,
that one match up to that one, right?
I mean, both the doors are very clearly half moon symbols.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Do the west one first. That one, I
Okay,
guess.
sure.
And we'll see which door opens. If someone wants to get the other door.
Then I'll cast it there.
Okay.
Ooh.
How long does that last? A minute. Okay. You have a minute.
Okay.
Do we hear anything from inside the tomb at this point?
No, you don't hear anything.
Oh,
Okay.
the door's open. Garvek, ever inquisitive, will head in, or go to the door and peer in.
The circular chamber has an intricately carved dome ceiling, 20 feet high. A beam of light shines down from the top of the dome, illuminating a rectangular stone sarcophagus.
Huh.
Well, that's a shiny effect.
I'm going to step out of the room and try and push the lid of the sarcophagus with the mage hand.
Nothing happens.
Ifella, do you want to try and move the sarcophagus?
Yeah, I'll lend some of my brute strength to so we can not knock, but push the top off it.
Quick as you can, because you don't know what's going to happen if he runs out of moonbeam.
Okay, so strength check. Oh no!
Oh no.
I rolled a 3.
It budges a tiny bit.
How many goes
like
do I
like
get
a, like a
this?
teeny tiny bit.
It's movable.
If I
It
get
is
s-
movable.
If I get some assistance, we could have another go.
Tobias is peering at the mirror again.
It seems to be as like hard up as it was previously. I think would be the best way of putting that.
What do you mean?
It doesn't look any different.
So it's just like a normal mirror, functionally.
Mhm.
Tobias will poke the shaft of his spear at it. Appearances
Nothing
can be
happens.
deceptive.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay. That's it. You guys can continue defiling the dead.
Just need a humanoid hand.
How much longer do we have? How much time in total, sorry?
1 minute,
minute.
per cast. So much more humming and hawing.
Yeah, so just try again. You can do it.
Okay, want me to do another strength check then?
Please.
Is this going to be with advantage or just regular?
Is this athletics?
That could work, yeah.
I have advantage.
Really?
I have athletics. I will go in and help.
Okay, well I'll see if I can remember to toggle advantage correctly. Hopefully this works. Well, I guess that did the trick. Maybe, hopefully.
So the sarcophagus's lid slides open and crashes to the floor as the rush of air disturbs the cadaver's robes. The corpse in it just completely turns to dust, leaving some loot, which I will get you in about a second, because I'm trying to fuck about with the fancy loot thing.
Cool. Garvek will grab what he can and get out of the room before anything bad happens.
I guess Ethel will help grab stuff as well.
There you go.
There we go. Ah.
It is about this point, Runic, your moonbeam will fizzle out. The sort of power seems to disappear from the door, but it's open and it stays open.
Ooh, nice. So the door's open.
Ooh.
The door is open, yeah. The power seems to have faded out from it and the glow disappears from the ceiling, but since the door's open, it stays open.
Right, do I just click loot all, or has
Vaden?
somebody else taken this stuff
Yeah.
already?
Vaden, you might want this.
I'm gonna pop in then and.
A longbow of warning and a silvered arrow. Or 10 silvered arrows.
Oh.
I don't like the idea of silver arrows.
Longbow's not really a Thella's kind of thing. So,
Vaden, it
I
is
mean,
of rather exceptional elvish build.
if nobody else is gonna take it, might just.
I mean, if you can make good use of it. And I'm sure you can.
Oh no, loot all, please. Loot all's not working.
Stop clicking things, Phoenix.
He's creating like a duplicate of everything every time he clicks.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'll click off that then.
Okay, that fucking module bust.
It's
Jesus.
a bit busted, isn't it? Oof.
Still, what arrows do you get?
There was 10, but I kept clicking it because it wasn't doing anything.
It was
what's
prompting me.
Oh,
Oh.
hey, you found you found an item duplication glitch. Well done.
Yeah.
don't tell the
Essentially,
admin.
yeah.
Don't tell the admins, we'll get banned.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
So, are we ready for the other door?
Tobias would flip back and say,
Give us a minute.
"Oh, well, the spell's fizzled out, right? And the door's still open." Okay, yeah. Tobias would call back to Runic and say, "Cast it on the opposite one now."
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds to fix this shit.
Fine.
Fucking hell, Phoenix! How many times did you click that?
Too many times. Oh my god, there's a lot.
Dude, I've been clicking away at these like it's.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me.
Right, get the fuck off your get off your sheets and stop trying to sync it.
Alright then, fuck it. I was just trying to help you. Fuck it out.
No, get off. It keeps trying to like sync it between us, so nothing's actually happening. Actually, the fucking feature cleaner, Jesus. Great, congrats, you managed to glitch your fucking sheet.
Wee.
Oh, great. Okay. I'll fix this in a second. Let me duplicate. Delete. Delete. Excuse me?
Good to do
Jesus
my character.
fucking Christ.
Do that old boomer thing where if nothing works, I click it again.
I noticed.
But it literally gives you like no indication of like doing anything.
Yeah, I'm not using that one again. I fucking hurry. Okay.
Noted.
So wait a
Yeah.
second. So then for Matt or for Phoenix, then every time a pop-up needs to come up, are you sure you want to press this again, Phoenix?
No. If it had said, loot all, and then it disappeared, I would have thought, oh, I've got it. But it didn't disappear. Like, it didn't pop up in chat that I picked it up.
It's okay.
There was no
Fucking
feedback.
It's like,
Yes.
But we're still having a session.
trigger him, shit lord. Right. Okay. Fixed.
Brilliant.
Never using that again. Okay. Back to the story.
Well, now I know not to do that, okay?
Yeah, I
Just
heard
saying,
the
it
mouse
works.
clicks.
Just saying, it works. It works for me.
Yeah, and I need to tweak about it.
It's probably worse if you're
Anyway.
not clicking on it too many times.
Yeah, probably. Because it did import the stuff, but yeah, I
Right.
think you have to look. I think you have to look things individually because the longbow worked fine, but the
Yeah,
loot
I
all
looted the longbow individually, but then I clicked the arrows once, and it just did it one by one. I was like, oh, fuck this. I clicked loot all again, and that did nothing.
Yeah, and you clicked it like 50 fucking times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But now
basically,
it's
Because I
got
thought
unlimited
it's
stuff
doing
with
like loot
arrows.
all, but like one of the arrows.
yeah. The problem
So,
was
fuck's
it
sake.
the problem was it was treating each silvered arrow as a unique item, which is what
Oh.
caused the shit fest rather than stacking them. But anyway,
Yeah. Anyway,
which
what's
one
behind
next?
door number 2?
Well, the other one. So moonbeam on that one.
Bias, the door in front of you starts glowing.
Wonderful. Is that it? Just starts glowing?
Yep.
Is there like a mechanism that I can use to open the door?
No, obviously no.
Okay, Tobias will just try and push it open then.
It pushes open.
Ah!
There's a small shrub.
Now we just have to take it to the knights who say knee.
Around.
What's it?
Okay.
Awakened shrub. Okay.
Tempted to take that spell. I guess the boss will just kind of like step inside. Predict what's going to happen.
Oh. Cool. Should we just check the place out quickly?
Oh, well, that triggered it.
Oh shit!
So,
Well,
it's at this point, Tobias, getting closer to the sarcophagus, you notice the sort of living accommodations that are in here, as well as the slightly bedraggled druid hiding behind the sarcophagus, who jumps up on the sarcophagus and where'd it go? Fuck, where'd it go? Where'd the thing go? It was right there. Oh, there we go. Oi, get back! Like fuck, you were like there.
Oh, sorry.
I will use the pause button. Likewise, you were there.
Yeah.
Tobias will ask in response.
Who are you? No, I was going to say that was all supposed to happen in one go, so you just hang on. So she jumps up in the sarcophagus and shouts, 10 towns will be destroyed, if not by my hand, then by the Frost Maidens. And roll for initiative, please.
Phil,
Oh, yeah?
can you also add me to the list, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
Calvin could turn around and go, is that shrub talking?
Yes, and also rolled a 19 in its initiative. Oh, right, yeah, you can't see Ravsin.
Oh, yeah, Ravsin on the turn tracker. That's the thing.
Yep. Ooh.
Well, before we start anything, I'm going to take a very quick bathroom break rather than have to do it halfway through a fight.
Right, okay, in that case, we'll have a very quick 5-minute break then. So this is all there's no interruptions to the actual fight.
Okay, I'll be back in 5.
So Tobias. Tobias.
Please don't turn me into a shrub.
Ravsen smiles at you, but then her attention sort of snaps away from you for a second, and she casts Conjure Animals. And behind you... Oh, hang on. Go public. I'll just do that publicly, so it's there. And behind you materializes a large spider. And that will be her turn.
Is the door still open, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a giant spider thing. And I think I would like to rage.
Okay.
And then I'll move up and oh, there's more
Hey, Phoenix,
people.
where's your pseudo dragon at, by the way?
I don't have one.
Said
Me?
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Kill some even.
That's
Brain.
the spider.
Sorry. There it is, yeah. See.
Right, I'm just going to
Okay,
assume
I'm
this
gonna-
thing isn't friendly. Giant spiders usually aren't, so. Oh,
Yikes, nice
Jesus.
start.
oh, only 13 damage out of that, but never mind. I guess that's my turn because rage was a bonus action.
Yeah, you got a good gouge out of it.
Do you not have like a bigger weapon?
I've got my hand axes and a lance.
Why aren't you using the lance?
Because I get bonus AC when I use the hand axes.
The shrub is going to run off to the back of the room. I'm just going to take out of the turn order. It remains perfectly motionless, and if you hadn't seen it moving, you would swear it's a normal shrub. Rinnick.
First of all, I will try to move closer to see what's actually going on. Still can't see shit, so dash action, I suppose.
Okay.
Did you change my AC there, Phil?
No.
Okay, the sheet's being
Wait a
weird.
Let me write down that I've seen a large spider now.
What should your AC be?
13, but it keeps changing.
Oh, you might be scrolling on it. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, it just changed back to 11.
My turn.
Run that macro, Phil. Might
Yeah.
fix it.
I just did. Oh, right. It's because the macro doesn't detect one of your barbarian features.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
my
all.
my unarmored should be giving me 13. And then it's plus 1 on top of that with the dual weapons. Which I just have to remember, I guess.
Yeah, I'll set up an effect for that later. That's okay. Button.
Hmm. I'm guessing little brother's in front of me,
Indeed.
and I can't get by him.
I mean, you can get.
Told me at the start of this session.
No. Don't worry. It's friendlies, and I'll let you move there because.
I mean, not that I can't get by him. The spot next to him, I can't get into.
There? Yeah, okay. I'll let you in there.
You would?
Yeah, I mean he's small, so like makes sense.
Mm. Sure. An attack with the pike. Yes. At the spider. But I'm guessing a 16.
Never mind that.
Yeah,
No.
never mind that. That will be my turn then, I guess.
Cool. Gosh, there's a lot of people. Yeah, Garvak could just like essentially scream at the sight of a giant spider and say, "Kill it with fire!" And oh, that worked. I'm still targeting the shrub. There we go. There we we go. Oh, that should be with advantage, thankfully. Tactics. Not much better.
No hits.
Wow.
Bias, you're trapped in this room with a spider behind you and a crazed druid with blue stained teeth in front of you.
I'm glad I used up all my spell slots before telling the leopard to come here. Eldritch Blast doesn't have like AoE, does it? I can strike things that are right next to me.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm just going to Eldritch Blast the
The range
spider.
attack and there's disadvantage in range attack and melee, isn't there?
Fucking hell, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, for the first time, I'll try and spear the spider then, because I've not used my spear yet.
That'll be with advantage because you're flanking. That's a hit.
It's 1d8 for two-handed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that did bugger all.
Okay, and your Pseudo Dragon goes immediately after you, regardless. So
Why did I close the sheet? There it is. Okay, and he's going to sting.
Giant spiders are vulnerable to sting.
holy shit! Roll damage. 8 damage and
Fucking damage than the spear.
fuck.
The pseudo dragon.
It's poisoned, but not. It's not down.
Okay. That's its turn.
You've managed to poison a spider?
Yep.
Nice.
Ooh. Now what does the spider go for? I think it would go for a Thel in the corridor. That's kind of what it was summoned to attack.
It's nice to be popular.
And it's going to use its icy web.
Sticky and cold, always a nice combination.
If you don't see it now, you will in a second.
I believe 14 hits.
My AC is 14, so is that just a pass?
So yes.
Yes.
It just hits. 1 cold damage, but I'm going to need a strength save, please.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, and Tobias, I forgot about his cold aura. You need to... it's 2 damage for starting right beside it.
I take 2 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a cold aura. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay.
It's 2 cold damage, but yeah. And Fella, congrats, you're not restrained. This thing didn't do half as much as I was expecting. Oh well. Ravsin is... I think she's going to use her favorite.
Conjure more animals.
Ravsin is going to cast Moonbeam. see. So, Gilson, can I have a con save, please?
I'm rolling lucky. Because why not?
And I just realised I'm an idiot, because that means that goes poof.
That's what I was just looking at.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, that's on me then.
No, that's on Refson.
Well, it's on her, yeah.
Sorry, is it me and I didn't notice?
No, it's Ravison.
Okay, I was just wondering at the long pause.
Some elevator music or something.
They're called feet, horse lady.
Kill some message.
No, nothing. Fine.
Feet. Oh.
I was making a joke that the horse lady might be calling our feet long paws. I was wondering at them.
That doesn't make sense.
Pause. Long pause.
PAWS rather than PAU.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the horse has hooves, right?
Yeah,
Paul?
hooves, not
Yeah,
paws.
but
Yeah, but so you'd be calling them long paws, as in
our feet
they're paws,
would
but
be
long.
called long paws because she has hooves and might not. Never mind.
It's a bad joke.
I don't know if it
wasn't
gets any
supposed to be
better
a good joke.
in the explanation.
Hey. That's a failed save. Kill some, you're taking 16 damage.
F.
And
See you later. Wait, what? Ah. Nice.
so, for those of you in the doorway, Ithella and Vadin, you see Tobias like cringe away from the moonlight, and he seems to have changed his shape. Ithella.
Okay.
Oh, whoops, that merged your health as well. God damn it. What?
Oh, it's only like 10 feet, isn't it? Well, she's never one for subtlety. Let's go and... Oh. Attack Ravison. And... Oh, you know, I didn't do the... We didn't zap the spider at the start. Never mind, it's too late now. I'm going to have to remember that storm aura thing. I think I'll just go double attacks now, though. sure that's not set to advantage when it shouldn't be. So 19 hits.
19 hits.
So that's 13, not bad. And then attack number 2. I would say that hits even.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yikes. Roll
That's
damage?
a lot of crits.
It's a lot of crits.
So that's
Payback for last session.
Apparently so.
15, so that's -5, so that's 10 damage that time.
Pass your con save.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I will move to there. Bonus action polymorph into snow leopard again.
Okay.
Wait, let me. No, what? Fuck it. Just going to transform into a bear. Bear is more fun. Okay, that's why the fuck did?
You stuck in the wall.
No.
Oh,
It's
vision again.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm my thing minimized. But if everything is correct, I should have enough movement to get to her.
There you go.
Be there. Like that.
Be here.
Yeah, I'm trying to move
There you go.
my.
Oh no, it's a
PC
bit
now.
weird. There you
Yeah,
go.
my PC is now deciding that it doesn't like a lot of stuff, and then multi-attack on her.
Swing and a miss. That's it. Roll in the claws. Nice.
And that's it on my turn.
Passing the save. Button.
What's the state of a sight line towards Reverson?
She's still standing on top of the sarcophagus, so I say you're all good.
Okay. Just gonna lean the pike up against the wall and just draw the new longbow, I guess, and hang on a second. Apparently I don't have the longbow of warning, but I should do. Enough resources, what?
Weird. Oh, it's probably because you're not attuned to it.
I can still fire it though, if I'm not attuned to it. Right? I accidentally deleted my.
Alright, it's probably looking to try and. Oh, right, it's trying to steal arrows off your sheet.
Yeah. Apparently I've got no normal arrows, but I could have swore I had
That's
over
alright.
10, and I've not shot 10.
Yeah, it's you. If you scroll wheel over it, that can get rid of it. So you probably did that by accident. That's right. Roll just
Really
roll
don't
the hit.
Okay.
That's it.
It should be a +1, but I don't think it matters too much.
I pass.
That hit, yeah,
Mhm.
and that does that damage. And my turn.
So go run into the room.
Mhm.
Take steps to the side. Go, what the fuck is that? And hey, just look at the crazy lady still on top of the sarcophagus and just go, yo, bitch, chill. And just like, whoosh.
Passes the save.
Damn it. Do. It's not a save or suck, is it? Half as much damage.
Mhm.
Not bad.
That's how my con save passed.
Jesus.
I mean, actually, yeah. I suppose it's a. Well, it's not quite a coin toss because she's got a +3 to con saves. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Tobias, I am going to need another con save from you.
Same one I did to you before.
Correct. At disadvantage. Well, your secret's revealed, so yes, it's con save at disadvantage since you're a shapeshifter.
Well, I don't think that was obvious to everyone, but okay.
No?
No, it wasn't.
Really?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Sorry.
I'm going to use my last lucky point. Ugh.
That concentrator. I just wanted the damage again. 10 damage.
I'm down.
Okay, it's technically your pseudo dragons go.
It'll fly up there and sting.
Let me just double check the specifics of that. Yeah, all right. That is a miss.
Okay.
Ravsin. Oops. Is going to move the moonbeam. I use an action. That's fine. She's going to use her action to move it over here. 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 That's the one I wanted.
Are you sure you want it there?
Yeah, because it gets both you and Thella.
Yeah, but isn't she technically then also in the zone from her own moonbeam?
No, because if I make a 5-foot circle, fuck's sake, there we go. Whatever. My screen is showing up as a. If you like mouse over it, it's one up, one to the side, one down, one left. Like
Yeah,
a cross shape.
On my screen, I just see the lowest part of the thingy-majig touching her. So that's why I'm asking.
For me, it's a cross shape, so that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yes, okay. Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Then it is fine.
So I am going to need con saves from you two.
Technically, I have to make it con save as a disadvantage, right?
Correct. You have to make a disadvantage.
What save, sorry?
Con save.
Con, sorry, right.
Runic.
I feel.
You do. Cool. Both of you fail, and both of you take 5 radiant damage. Runic, in your case, the moon glowiness forces you out of your wild shape.
Okay.
Hello.
Wait, isn't my damage halved because I'm raging?
It's radiant damage.
Oh, does it not? Okay.
It's slashes, piercing, bludgeoning.
Oh,
gets
yeah, of
reduced.
course.
It's like
yeah.
mundane damage sources.
Yep. Physical damage. Right, anyway.
Yeah.
Curse you, mystical druid types. Right, well, when in doubt, hit it. And hit it again until it stops moving.
Roll to hit. That's a hit.
So that's 10 damage. And then this is offhand.
Wait, for how much damage did we took? 5, right?
Congrats, that first one knocked off the moonbeam.
Okay.
The second one hits, roll damage.
So that'll be a 7.
Congrats.
Oh, good. Okay.
You killed Rafsin.
Is it in combat?
End of combat.
Then I'll cast Cure Wounds on. Well, the only one that's down.
Tobias.
Yes.
Toby who?
Oh, and Phil, I have a question.
Mhm.
What the fuck did you do with my equipment?
What do you want the fuck to do with your equipment?
My equipment is gone.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
I've lost my leather armor and shield. It's gone.
That's weird.
Oof.
Yes.
No idea, dude.
Okay.
It's imported back in. It's all good.
Question.
No.
Can I try and stabilize Ravison?
Yes? She's not that dead. Roll medicine. Just double check.
I believe it used to be a 10.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
usually DC 10.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we'd get some information out of her, but she's a goner.
You wake up.
I tried, okay? I tried.
There's a creature wearing all of Tobias's clothes.
What's the shrub doing amid all this? Is it just cowering in the corner still?
It looks like a normal shrub. With blueberries growing on it.
Huh. I'm going to eat a berry.
Okay.
Well, if I don't immediately fall over dead, I guess they can't be poisonous.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard like blueberry type thing from the forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes, tasty, and eats several more.
Do you want to bring it with us?
How many berries do you eat?
I don't know, like small handful, let's say 5.
Well, there's about 10 left.
Okay.
So, what's going on, friend?
Am I back?
How's
What?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, no one said.
And everybody's
I didn't
looking
hear.
at you. Probably.
I've said I would heal you, so I healed you.
Does he still look like that?
Yep.
You ain't looking so pretty there at the moment, Tobias. I mean, not that you were to start with, to be honest, but...
So, Tobias will once again assume the form of Tobias. The secret's out, but Tobias will try and he'll try and pass it off, dusting himself off as he stands up. He says, "That witch put a curse on me of some description. That was awful."
Can
Conception.
I want to roll an insight on that.
Yeah.
He seems a bit suspicious.
I used to put my luckies.
Biden's don't really need pace.
So that was an interesting plot twist.
Mm.
I thought we had like at least one normal person in the party.
Well, for me, the thing was that it turned out she wasn't lying, and that maybe the awakening did revert when she died. Certainly seems to have won that bush.
I mean, I can check out the bush in a little bit.
Yeah. Does anybody want to try and question Bravson?
I mean, I guess I could try a medicine check. I don't know what Ethella's method would be there. Slap him and see if he magically comes back to life.
It'd stabilize him.
Yeah. Just need 1 hit point. Does Druid not know Goodberry?
Goodberry, what?
Do you have Goodberry?
Yes,
Goodberry.
not at the moment, but I have it. Yes.
That'd be useful. Could just give her 1 hit point.
Maybe that's what the bush is that I've just been gobbling the berries off.
Might be. I mean, it's not a stupid thing to have an awakened scrub with you then. But if needed, I can cast Cure Wounds on her. But that will heal for more than one.
Sorry about that. So yeah, Othello, Tobias talking about his arse. No, hope everybody's way
That's
for a
it.
break.
That's a strange ability. Can you do anything else?
So we're tying her up or what?
I mean,
Or
if we
him
could
up?
try and stabilize first, so it shouldn't see if we can.
We can try.
Longer we'd leave it, the
Yeah, Ursula will haul out some rope from her pack and tie her up then.
quickly.
And then, just on a complete hunch, I'm going to try shoving a couple of them berries in her mouth.
That's what you do to unconscious people.
Well, exactly.
You block their mouths.
Could be magic berries, you don't know.
So
Nothing happens.
So you've
Hog
blocked her air
tying?
passage. What next?
this is like what not.
She
to do.
scoops the berries out.
So do we want to interrogate her?
If we can.
Okay.
Can I do
Then
like a
I'll,
proper medicine check now? See if I can remember something from my time of sailing around and being a pirate.
Well, go on then.
Ooh.
She dead.
Well, if it's not, holding somebody down whilst the ship surgeon saws their lung off with a rusty saw. It's about my experience with medicine, I expect.
Pretty much.
Since seeming that she's tied up, I will then cast Cure Wounds on her.
Still dead.
Still dead. Ooh, she's very dead. Damn. What did you do to her?
What's that?
She's dead.
Trying to drag items out.
Ah.
For loot. We haven't found them yet. 3.
Well, the last thing to do is go through the pockets.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're like defiling the dead. I'm just gonna search around, play everywhere in the room. Yes.
Yeah, go and investigate the room.
Sure. So you've got the shrub over here. Sarcophagus in the middle. Her bedroll, of course.
What's the book?
It's weird. No, it's got that there as a prop, but it's not. It's just a generic book.
Garvek takes the book.
Okay.
What's on her shelves then?
Some basic herbalist supplies.
Okay.
Some common herbs and whatnot.
Do you need a roll or do we just?
No, like they're just anyone with any sort of knowledge of herbalism will know what they are.
Well, then I guess the last thing we do is turn out Ravisson's pockets.
in the meantime, since I arrived late, can I trick out that weird shrub in the middle of a tomb?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to chop off her hand as well.
Tobias mutters, I need some fresh air, and then he leaves to go into the next chamber.
Is the shrub, is it like rooted itself in the stone floor?
Roll perception?
Just wondering.
Should I also
Or
roll
insight,
perception?
really.
Do you want insight?
One of the other works for this. Yeah, Runic, it's a normal shrub that somehow managed to grow in the corner of this room. Ethella, it's pretending very hard to be rooted into the ground, but it's not.
Okay. Othel's gonna kind of peer at it suspiciously and then just try picking it up.
Well, while she's picking it up, Bruno will be like, wait, you're unrooted.
It's not rooted though.
What do you mean it's not? It's a plant. It has
Look,
to be
and
rooted.
she gives it a yank upwards.
It lets out an audible yeep.
I guess.
What?
I guess they didn't revert when she died, after all. She gives the
Never
plant a
heard
little
of
shake and says, "Your berries are very tasty, by the way. Thank you."
It remains silent. It's sort of like shriveled up a tiny little bit, as if the shrub equivalent of like curling up into a ball.
Ethella's gonna she's gonna take this thing with her, so she's gonna find an odd bit of rope and tie it onto her back.
What Estella is doing it? Can I try to pet the bush?
Go ahead.
You can pet the bush.
It's not going anywhere.
I want to pet the bush and say it's fine in Zurich. Because why the fuck not? Who's a good bush?
It squeaks back to you in Druidic. You killed Rafton!
Ooh, it's a speaking bush.
It is.
I will ask it back again in Druic. What was she doing here?
Good question. I think.
See, I thought there was a line interrogating a snow leopard, but nope.
No. We went down the rabbit hole and we're now interrogating a bush. If only the Americans knew.
The shrub squeaks back to you. Getting revenge for her sister!
For her sister, you say? And who might that sister be?
Her twin!
Can you write that down, please?
Davison.
You're the only one that can understand the shrub.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I know,
also
but
Druidic.
I'm also very dyslexic, so I want to make sure that I write the name at least down correctly in my notes. But then I'll ask the bush then where that sister went. Or at least where she died. Yes, full interrogation of the bush. I thought you also mentioned the name of the sister. Ah, that's why.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
I will ask the bush, what are you going to do now in Druic?
Well, I'm going to keep him as a pet. You're strapped to my back.
I'm
Not giving him a choice.
I'm going to tell it to the bush is that the horse lady is going to keep it as a pet, and if it's fine with that.
Wait, you think the
And
bush
you
gets a
crash.
say? Well, Runic will say to Estelle that it's needing to come to grips with being your pet.
Diplomatic.
It's
And I will say again
fine.
towards
We'll
and
get
I will say again
along.
towards the shrub in Druid, you better behave.
Rolls up a tiny little bit again.
And then I'll pet the bush again, but I'm sure you will be a nice bush.
Was I able to conjure a spray bottle earlier?
Have you ever seen one to replicate?
That's what I asked.
No.
Damn it.
About a snowball.
Oh,
Oh,
and I
no.
also told Attila that apparently the bush speaks Druid.
Huh, well, I don't, so, you know. If I have any questions for it, I suppose I'll ask you.
Ooh, now this is very interesting information. Apparently, Revzint has a sister, and that sister is in the sarcophagus.
This
The one, the one here, and I will point to the sarcophagus in the middle. In Druid.
Well, let's get it cracked open then.
More hands.
Can't let a grave go undesecrated. It's just not on.
They're not using whatever's in there.
So we should call ourselves the grave desecrators.
I mean, you know, if nothing else, we could dump Ravisin's corpse in there alongside her.
Poetic.
God.
I suppose I'll take over the bush a little bit while you try to open the sarcophagus, or can you do it one-handed?
No, the bush is. I've strapped it to my, you know, large amount of horseback.
Ah, okay. Yes. Oh. So
It's
basically,
secured.
the bush is sitting onto you now, like a rider.
Yes, kind of, I suppose.
Okay.
I don't know.
Then I will help you with pulling the
Yeah.
thing
Okay,
off.
so I'll do this with advantage then, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that was pretty terrible.
I saw that for a brief second then.
Yep.
So I'm guessing 12 doesn't do it.
No, it doesn't.
Does it shift even a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. Similar amount of movement as the other one.
Okay.
I'm going to use my crowbar to help with said crowbar.
Go ahead. Give another roll.
Strength again.
Yeah, with advantage, of course.
Oh, damn it. Nope.
Well, after about 15, 20 minutes of both of you shoving away at this sarcophagus, after one particular shove, the lid opens, and all of you are met with a horrible, horrible stench.
Yummy.
In the sarcophagus is the rotting corpse of Ravsin's twin sister.
Not been embalmed or anything.
Nope.
Gross.
Can I have a medicine check, please, from anyone who wants to?
It's a body!
Yeah,
Ithel's
I
doing
think you're right.
So yeah, Runic, Fadin,
thing.
both of you have seen a couple of decomposing corpses in the snow before, and
I've been one.
yeah, yeah, but you weren't there to witness it. So yeah, the death that occurred probably a few months ago, but the cold seems to have slowed the decomposition a lot. Still fucking stinks though. Like holy shit. Under a corpse are a couple of things.
Ooh.
Nobody else is willing to reach in and pick up these things. Vaden will.
Yeah.
Do you want just to click them?
I think you need to move up to them to click them. I'll take
You need to move them 5 feet then.
something.
Still click your token, then click them.
Okay.
Ah.
I know what they are.
If you look at the chat.
I know, but oh, I'm guessing I know what they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Potion of radiant resistance and vitality. Say to the room.
Oh.
Interesting.
Do we need Ravisin's body as proof to take back with us?
We might need something distinguishing to show to the monster in the lake.
That's
Head
true.
it is.
I would also like to cut off a hand.
Okay.
On it.
I also have a dagger and a knife as well from the woodcarver's kit. But yeah. Does anyone want these?
Potions? You mean?
Yes.
We can divvy up those later, I suppose. Have you checked
Okay.
all of her stuff already? Also on her body?
Yeah, I mean, she
I believe
seems
we
to be.
asked. But...
Yeah, I mean, she's a druid. She's been living pretty simply. Pretty much everything you see in this room is like her entire life ownings, possessions.
Just to be certain, I'll ask the shrub in Druid again if Revson has any other stuff in the room. Okay. Then I know enough. And I will
Ask
pet
it.
the shrub again.
Ask her about the mirror.
Oh. Yes, shrub? Wait. What does the shrub have a name?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Yes.
Shrub does not have a name.
Then I will just call it Shrubby for now. So Shrubby, is there anything special about the mirror that you know? I will tell it to the others. Apparently it is magic. Ransom lit up the top symbol on the dial to use it.
Rub what? Sorry.
Revson lit up the top symbol on the dial to use the magic, the magic mirror. So probably if we do the spell thingy again, on the top symbol, it will do something with the mirror.
Ooh. Is this back outside, you mean?
Yes, back outside. At least that's the dial I'm assuming it means. There is no other dial in here, so yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's
What's the
a
top
mirror
symbol?
over here.
What's the top symbol on the mirror, Phil?
Full moon.
Vaden will just shout to Runuk, "Full moon!" How does Tobias look as well?
What do you mean?
Like, does he look sick?
Like a token?
Because he said he wanted some. No, I mean, like, does he look pale? Because he said he wanted some fresh air, and like, assumed he was sick or something.
I don't know. Can you tell me, Killslim?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he looks like Tobias.
Yeah, does he look pale or anything?
Wounded and bloody from that fight.
All right.
I think he could do with the radiant resistance. He didn't seem to go too well with it.
Good point, brother. Here, and I hand him the potion of radiant resistance. Don't know how you put it on the ground. Do you just drag it off?
If you
Just
step
drag
within
it
5
off.
feet of him, yeah, you can just drag it off.
Give me a second. What, onto his token?
Just
I
onto
think
the
it'll
floor.
work. But the floor would definitely work, but I think you can just give it over. Don't think I've tried it before, to be fair.
It's removed from my character sheet, that's for sure. I don't know if Tobias has it or not.
Oh, it's not in my inventory.
Is it under you?
No.
No.
Weird.
Just a question in
But
between.
yes.
Do we also want to do the mirror right now,
Yeah.
or do we want to rest first since we don't know what's behind it?
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, short rest would probably be good.
Oh wait, or I can just ask it towards the shrub. Shrubby, what's behind the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the shrub doesn't know.
Grab
So-
a short rest then.
I mean, I suppose. I think Tobias can really use one. Probably.
Yeah, no spell slots, 7 HP.
Yes. Then short rest it is, I suppose.
Okay. Everyone hit your short rest buttons.
I don't know if it's light work or not. But could I skin the cat?
I don't know if I call it light. No, I wouldn't call it quite light enough work for a short rest.
Whilst they're faffing with the mirror, then could I do the cat?
Sure.
In the meantime, is there some form of handling check I need to do in order to tame an awakened shrubbery?
Not really. I mean, it's awakened, so it's got human level intelligence.
then I will suppose that I'll spend the hour trying to convince the Frop that we're not evil, that we're not going to hurt it.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Sure.
It's pretty convinced. It seems to sort of come out of the sort of semi-ball form that it was in and sort of relaxes a little bit.
Can I ritual cast detect magic?
You may.
We might want to skin this this leopard while we're here, by the way. Shame to
That's
waste
what-
such a lovely pelt.
That's what Vaden is doing, right?
It is, yeah.
I was just looking at if I need to attune to the bow whilst. I don't think I need to be attuned to it.
For the warning effect, yes.
You?
But do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you do. How do you attune then on this sheet, or is it just attuned?
So in inventory, there should be a
Attune,
little
attune.
thing next to the. There should be a little man and a little thing next to it for a tune.
I've got equipped.
Or if you click on it, there might be a
Yeah.
attuned.
Yeah. Your short rest will be dedicated to tuning to it. So, and congrats.
Yeah. Roll like.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, brilliant. Cool. Yes, skinning cat. I want a new coat or a cloak.
I'll tell the others that in order to open the thing, I'll have to use that spell scroll though for the moonbeam.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, there was a inscription on the tomb over here. What was that again?
Oh, that was the symbol of the gazebo that was in the middle of the.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have a hand now to cast into the fire to see what that does.
She certainly doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want to do the mirror?
Yeah, we'll do that first. That seems like the safest course of action.
Okay. Then I will use the spell scroll, I suppose. Which, should I just roll a normal moonbeam?
Yeah, it trills the normal.
I can't understand that while you're yawning.
Alright, yeah, you just roll as normal. You have the spell at solve level, so you can just cast it without trying.
Yeah.
Cool. Garvik, you immediately notice the mirror, glowing rather strongly with divination magic, as opposed to the sort of latent divination magic you had before.
Cool. I'll cast Mage Armor on myself and go over to it.
Okay.
Yep. Anything? Yep.
Okay.
What's it? Is I can I see anywhere that might I might be able to like open it, or like I just prod around, try and move it off the wall. I like
Roll
poke
Arcana.
anything that looks. That makes more sense.
Cool. It appears to be a scrying mirror of some sort, and it's held onto the wall with some sort of magical adhesive. It's not a doorway.
Ah, cool. Oh, did we get a name for the lake monster?
Jeremy. Honest. Totally. You believe me, right? It was definitely Jeremy.
Jezza, how's it going?
Yeah, I don't think we got a name from it. We just knew it was a plesiosaur.
Good try, Tally.
Oh, what was the name of that dwarf that recruited us originally?
Good
We
question.
definitely got her name.
Well, we got Tally's name for definite.
The dwarf's name was Hlyn Trollbane.
So I picture her face in my mind and say, was it Flynn Trollbane? Clin?
Nothing happens. Well,
Okay, I say Tobias.
the mirror sort of fizzles for a second, and instead of showing a sort of direct reflection of you, whoops, sorry,
Oh,
that was my misclick.
it's all right. I know which way is north now.
It shows you Tobias as if you're standing right here.
Huh. Guys, it's a scrying mirror.
Ooh.
Do you feel anything, Tobias?
Nope.
Particularly strong one, though. Would I know any like potential uses for it that I'll kind of check? Other than obviously scrying on people.
Well, you suspect that could have been what the moose was using to track the hunters down, and why it knew you lot were there.
Can I try?
Not
Sure, you
so
might
far.
have to be quick though.
Okay, then I will try. Fuck. Oh. Oh yeah, Minartok? Is that how you pronounce that? Probably.
Sorry?
Oh yeah, Minartok. Wait, do you want me to write it down for you?
Please? Oh. Yeah. Definitely. Yes, bacon is the answer.
Yes. Okay.
Do I see anything when he is
I'll whisper
looking
you.
at the bear? Ooh. Quickly, before it runs out, the druid was shouting about the Frost Maiden or something, wasn't she?
Yes.
I say the Frost Maiden. See if I can.
Oh, that's for Bacon's.
Uh-huh.
As the power is fizzling out of the mirror, you swear she looked at you through the scrying mirror.
The Frost Maiden?
Yeah, as if the scrying magic was detected, and her head snapped around and looked right at you through the magic.
What, the Frost Maiden?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, it actually worked. What do I glean from like surroundings, or is it just the person that you see?
Wait a second. Did I also see her look back or not? Since I'm also sitting next to the mirror.
Yeah, you would have seen it as well.
While the mirror turns out, give a slap on the back of the head of on Garvek.
An appropriate reaction.
And fuck it, let's make it an very loud slap.
Yep.
Hey, what was that for?
I was going to shout from around the corner, Garvek!
What?
Why, Garvek?
What? She was obviously working for it, so
Yes.
I like to know what we're up against.
Yes, let's use this crying mirror to literally look at the personification of Frost and the deity. What's the worst thing that can happen?
The worst thing that happened. Would I have any knowledge about the scrying spell?
Roll Arcana again.
The worst thing that can happen is absolutely nothing. There's
Then
no way that can backfire.
Then why
Trust
did she
me, I'm a
look back?
wizard. Coincidence.
Better be coincidence. And just for good measure, I will slap Garvik again.
Solid plan.
So as
You feel a high
hears,
five.
as Vaden hears Rina slapping Garvik, Vaden will go, fuck's sake, Garvik!
And
Doesn't
as
even
the
know what
storm
he's
picks
just-
up a little bit outside.
Coincidence.
I'm having a feeling it might be better to go.
We've got sacrifices to make.
Still think it's better to go than to be a sacrifice ourselves. I don't like it.
It was like 5 minutes. We just burn a hand, get some more stuff, and leave. It's fine.
And what if it takes long? I mean, if the storm is picking up, then we'll in for a rough ride back.
We're in for a rough ride back, regardless if a storm picks up.
It has definitely turned into full-on blizzard.
Yes, I'd say let's go now. Quick. I didn't like that pointing towards the mirror, and I don't like this.
Could be 5 minutes to quickly burn a hand in a brazier, and then we're done. Otherwise, we've just ripped apart that corpse for no reason.
We can always come back.
We're not barbarians. Well, 3/4 of us are. That's bad maths. 4/5.
Well, the fact that you're relying on the kobold to do maths is already bad maths.
I'm the smartest one in the group. Legitimately.
Legitimately, probably. What you just did with the mirror. Nah.
I'm intelligent, not wise.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know what the others think. I'm in favor for getting out of here.
5 minutes. Then we can run.
I will look at the others. What do you think?
Am I still skinning the cat?
Partially skinned. Yeah, I would.
See, he needs to finish skinning the cat, so we'll.
Phoenix, give
5
me
minutes.
thingamajig, sleight of hand.
Righto. Normal, yeah. 17.
Yeah, you're making decent progress, and shouldn't take too much longer. Maybe about another hour.
Another hour? Oh, bloody hell.
Go do it properly if you want to rug out of it.
Well, if it's
Kind
going
of
to be
just
that
wanted a
long,
cloak because it's going to make the rug out.
I think I'd better feed a cat because he's getting increasingly restless. Come on, Sam.
Gavik's gonna reach up to take the hand from Vaden.
I'm just going to give it to him. Fuck it. I was going to scold him, but fuck it. Don't have high enough charisma to scold him.
I need to delete the spell scroll, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, looking outside, does it look like full on? Like if you go outside, you die, blizzard, or just like really heavy snow?
Somewhere between the two of those.
How horizontal is the snow moving?
It probably looks to you looking out at it as it looks in the screen.
See any snow on the screen?
I do. It looks cold with all of the blizzard sounds.
Many do refresh if it's not showing.
In that case, yeah, it's not far. Yeah. So, but right, go light this fire. Anybody wants to give me a hand? Feel free. Or this 2 foot tall little tiny kobold can just go out in the snow on his own.
Well, you already know my opinion.
Quicker is done. Quicker we get out.
Oh. Oh no.
Alright, do you have eye protection?
Hmm?
You don't have like actual eye protection, do you?
Comes
There's
with
nothing.
the
There's nothing marked on your sheet.
comes with the cold weather gear.
Oh, do they?
hmm
Yeah, I didn't have
Goggles
an option for
and
cold weather gear, but I think that's like starting equipment for the campaign, isn't
It
it?
is. Yeah, everyone's got cold weather gear. That's why I haven't like rolled for anything.
Shall I import it?
I'll do that now.
Or, yeah.
Is Vaden still skinning the cat?
I'm skinning it until I'm done. So if someone wants to help, they can feel free to.
Nah, I'll stand guard, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just stand guard.
Help his brother do the thing that he's trying to do.
Brunuk will say, no.
No, your vision is still restricted.
I guess Athela will help then.
I mean, you guys have
Roll
got
rise a bit.
time. It's a 5-foot ledge and I'm 2 feet tall, so it's going to take me a while.
Can I actually have an athletic from you?
Sure.
Yeah, it's going to take you a while.
It consists of a fur coat or cloak over layers of wool clothing, as well as a fur-lined hat or hood, goggles, and a fur-lined leather boots, and gloves. Cold weather gear, clothing, etc.
Oh, by the way, are you gonna like make a fire in here or anything like that? I mean, these are reasonably sheltered, but it's a blizzard and it's night, so temperature will be going way down.
Athela will have brought some of her extra furs out and even put some around the bush. Shrubby.
Tobias is just going to create a
You've
bonfire.
got a furry bush. Okay, noted.
Shrubby. These are my shrubby.
I'm guessing we're going to need to find some wood.
I mean, this will work for a little
We
while
are
until
creative.
something.
Yeah, create a bonfire might keep you warm for a little while.
Just put it there.
Fair enough.
I'm going to put my lantern down as well, just to see just so I can see what I'm doing with the skinning.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation on my coat to keep it nice and cozy.
Okay.
Ooh, 3 effects. Coat and boots.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I got roll perception at a disadvantage, please.
Perception. There we go. Nice. So is anybody coming with?
Didn't Othello say she was?
Yeah, yeah.
Would that be unusual?
Depends how much attention you pay in blizzards.
I mean, considering my kobold now, probably not too much.
Oh, and this sort of ties into your question from earlier. No, it's the person in their immediate surroundings, and the surroundings seemed bird-like.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Ah,
That already says a lot to me.
Guys, we've got to pause. The shrub is going to be RB.
what? So the background was like bird-like?
More like she was on a bird.
I'm just gonna stay by the fire. Wait, fire.
What's plan,
Never
guys?
mind. Well, never mind. I'll for no reason. I'm just gonna stay inside under cover for a little bit.
What's the reason that you're going to stay inside all of a sudden?
No reason. It's cold.
Did you see something in the snow?
No.
Oh, insight check.
Fuck it, I also want an inside check.
Versus a deception, if you please.
Come on, Renuk.
No, I rolled a 5, so as long as he doesn't roll nah.
Oh, that was yours. I thought that was his 5.
No.
That
was
was
like,
easy,
oh,
I was even did that at disadvantage. You believe him?
Well, I will
I didn't see anything in the snow.
Then I will at least pat Garvik on the back and say, at least then it's good to see that you finally grown some common sense.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. How big's this gap?
Roughly 10 feet.
Back.
Welcome back.
I'm just gonna make that look like it's not a gap. Detect magic drops, but
Okay. How long does that stay up for? 10 minutes? Okay.
oh, is that all?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. The next 10 minutes might be important.
So we're just gonna wait here then until the snow starts calming down, or
Oh yeah.
then I might as well just help Vaden with skinning the cat.
Fair enough. And how long are you just gonna sort of stick around for before, like, maybe trying to move on, or are you just gonna wait out the blizzard completely?
I don't know. Runuk would be keen on moving as soon as possible.
Get down. Come on. Get down.
Do you think we could make it back in this?
It'll be tough. Very tough. But might be a smarter idea than just sitting in this cold tomb.
Mm.
Of course it is.
I don't know. If you really want to stay, then I'm sure we can stay. But I'd prefer to be gone.
What was the whispered command again? It's
/W.
Mm.
You could make it back to town. Like, difficult, but it is doable.
I mean, how long did we do it on the way here?
I mean, you did a really quite a clean route, and it took us 3 hours. This is gonna, like, at the very least double that, and that's assuming you find the most optimal path back.
Yeah.
I think we should wait out.
Yep.
I'm happy to go with what everyone else, what the majority wants. Not that keen on tromping back in this.
Fair enough.
We should get some warm.
We should probably move the fire out of line of sight of the gap as well. This spell's not going to last for too much longer.
Why? Who's going to see it?
Well, it's the only shelter in miles, so who knows what could be coming here to wait out the blizzard.
Would this place, in theory, still be protected by the kind of shielding magic?
It is. That was significantly more ancient than Ravsin.
Yeah. So Thel's going to pipe up and say, given the magic that surrounds this place, it's unlikely somebody just wandering by would notice. I mean, none of you
reason to
did
hide from
until
the
I
people
pointed
that
it out.
could find it.
But who will be out in these blizzards?
Nobody sensible.
Oh, wandering groups of adventurers with centaurs, minor gods, bunny rabbits.
Wait a second. Go one back.
Bunny rabbits.
No, the one before that.
Centaurs.
No, the one in between.
I didn't say anything.
Fuck, what would be the check for that?
That'll be another insight versus deception.
Fuck it, I'll just do it again.
And Dodge, have an inspiration.
Thank you.
Telling fibs.
I'm
going to save that inspiration because I think I might need it.
Can I then pull up the small kobold by his by his neck? Yes, by the cuff of his neck. That's the one. That was the word I was looking for. And say, what aren't you telling us?
I'm scared of blizzards. I kind of died in one. Don't want to do it again. Also, there was a big bird in the sky.
It's not going to see us down here in this.
A bird, you say?
Hence why I blocked up the entrance and suggested we move the fire, just to make sure.
Wait a second. Just to make sure that I get stuff correctly. The bird was that the last one in the mirror or the second to last one in the mirror? Phil?
Sorry?
That bird, was it the last one in the mirror or the second to last one in the mirror?
It was the so Garvik requested to see the Frost Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
It showed her riding in a bird.
Ah, okay. Yes, I wrote it down on the wrong one. Ah, a giant bird, you said.
Yeah.
And did that bird happen to be the same one in the mirror?
Yeah.
Ah. And you didn't tell us that this might be a problem because?
Because I fixed it. Look. It just up at the nice, sturdy looking wall. It's an illusion, but it works both ways. We're safe for at least another 10 minutes.
Yeah. I will tell towards the others about the that we saw the Frost Maiden in the mirror. She looked back and she was riding a bird. And that Garvik just happened to spot a bird out in the blizzard.
Birds go out in blizzards all the time, though, don't they?
Garvek,
No.
what doom have you brought upon us?
It's a minor god.
You are forgetting the point of that sentence. God.
It's fine. She's.
Is it though?
But what?
Is it though?
Yeah.
Perception, Garvik?
Is my passive perception enough?
Okay.
See, the blizzard's even dying down.
The blizzard is not dying down.
I will point out
But
that
rolling a 6.
I will point out that fact to Garvik. It isn't though.
Your ball disappears.
Has it been 15 minutes?
10 minutes, and yes.
Oh, half one. Yeah.
Can I
minutes.
see something out in the snow?
Snow
Just snow.
and darkness.
Ethella's gonna be like, you guys all seem really jumpy for some reason.
If anybody needs me, I'll be away from that door.
Wait a second. I'll just put. Rurik will just pull Garvik back up on the cuff on the neck of his coat, whatever the fuck that's called, and we'll put him back close to the entrance. And no, you're not going to get out of this easily.
You have brought this doom upon us. You will endure it with us.
Or you're going to find a way of fixing it.
Hey, I'm not a cleric. I don't talk to gods. I actively avoid them.
There's a first for everything.
Maybe you should
right?
think twice when spying on them.
That also might help. But do you want to hide? Do we want to hide deeper in the burial ground tomb then? In one of the other rooms? Or we find in this big room?
I would say not hiding in the room, because if the door closes, we can't get back out again
That is very true.
for like 2 weeks. No, yeah.
Then we'll just have to stick around here for now, I suppose.
Have the doors closed,
over.
Phil?
The ones you had open are still open.
Anyway, if we can move the light source around the corner, that would be great.
I'm assuming I skinned the cat as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if Tobias wants to move the light to around the corner.
Did you use a different technique to the last time you did it? So apparently there's more than one.
And I'll take that inspiration back.
Yeah, chat.
So, but what is our plan then? Are we really going to wait out the blizzard in this situation?
Blizzards
not.
kill.
Yes.
And so do gods.
Yes.
I vote we hunker down and lay low.
And what if this blizzard lasts for longer than we expect?
Then we try and make a go of getting back to town.
How long do you
Again-
expect it to last?
I'll take a nature check from anyone that wants to have a guess.
Oh crap. Oh, it's in. Yes.
Fucking Vaden, fittingly, both of you have experience with blizzards like these, and know they can go on for. I mean, you've seen them go for as long as 10 hours.
Baden's gonna.
I thought you were going to go with 10 days there.
Yeah, that was also the length I was expecting.
Oh, I mean, it can snow for 10 days, but it's only like a real blizzard like this for up to about 10 hours.
Yeah, I suppose. And also, I suppose that's the reason why Athela and Runuk rolled 7s.
Fittingly, I suppose, yes.
Baden's gonna lay out the cat pelt like fur side down so that it gets to dry on the inside, if you know what I mean. And he's just gonna like sit up against the wall and try to get some sleep.
Try for a long rest then.
I can't see that going badly.
It'll be fine.
He'll also put out his lamp, save the oil.
Oh, there's a door over here as well.
Yeah, that leads upside.
Yep. I say we just get some sleep, wait for all this to blow over.
So what's happening with?
Get the beds.
Do we want the fire put out? Like what do we want?
Oh, it would have gone up now anyway, actually. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Alright. Shall I assume you're sticking out then?
Looks like it.
Yeah, looks like it.
Alright. Well, in that case, we'll call it there for tonight. And you can find out whether Garvex Scrooge is all over next week.
I'm just assuming that he will.
As long as we have someone to blame for our inevitable
Garvek.
deaths, then it's all good.